So we've been talking about ICE and the ICE shootings because we had the Renee Good shooting, then we had the Peretti shooting, then we had all that stuff happening up in Minnesota. So Minnesota, right? Going crazy. The Somalis.
By the way,
we got.
can I add to not only that, right? But where's Luigi Mangione's victim from?
Minnesota, right?
Yeah, there's so much with Minnesota in the past, couple of years. It's just ridiculous. That state and everything, it's bonkers.
We have the ICE officers who are doing their jobs, and we have these extremely radical left-wingers. Now, generally, if you're talking about left-wing politics, they're, the anti-racist, don't use racial slurs, if a man dressed as a woman, call him or her, that type of thing, right? Latinx. So you just wouldn't suspect that these left-wing radicals would start hurling racial insults at people who they see are minorities, right? That just is not supposedly off-brand for them. But
well,
we're about
hold on, Nate. I think you would expect that. How many times have you been called a C asterisk in and other terms? So you're kind of familiar.
But that's because I'm against that. Well, it depends on what I've said. Like, for instance, when I said Renee Good shooting was justified, I'm a COON. And when I say the other ones, then I'm, so it all depends on your opinion on what they want to label you as. But I want to show the video because remember, this is anti-ICE protesters following ICE, confronting a black ICE officer, and listen to the language they start using immediately.
Yeah, families should be ripped apart. That's not our energy. We should rip people apart from their families.
Are you a man?
Wow, is that a question?
Wow.
Okay. How do you feel about ripping people from their families?
Now, you see this woman blocking his door?
Yes.
That's a crime, right? That's a crime. Why is she blocking his door? He's trying to get into the vehicle to leave. Now, if he uses some type of force or something, then it's a problem. Like, please, miss, why are you blocking me? Blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. But the media is not covering this at all. We were actually looking for the story to see if any of but none of the news media is covering this at all. But yeah, so she's physically blocking him.
Does that feel good?
It was in the background.
Does that feel good?
That's twice. 3 times.
So
3 times the inward hard R was used. 3 times.
Now, the funny part about this is that these people are saying what they're doing is racist, but are employing the KKK racist strategy to fight it, right? They're fighting racism with more racism. You couldn't ask for a bigger dummy moment if possible. But again, and as you can see, you won't see this on because the late night shows should cover this fun. Like, oh my God, this is funny. This is the irony that they be to point to. But since it's not going with the political linear that they want to go with, essentially you won't see this unless you watch channels like ours.
Can I point out that the subtitles somehow forgot to get it too? If you go back and look at the subtitles, you'll notice that you've got to be listening, but if you look at the subtitles, never happened.
Yep.
Sir, I need to move.
How's you working for the fucking KKK?
KKK.
Why are you calling a woman a man? I mean, what kind of a guy does that? Fucking neighbor.
Right after, why are you calling a woman a man? And then the 4th use of the hard R. So I'm like, is this not in the same encounter? We're going to language police on one side because he got confused. He said, sir, or whatever. And, he said, are you a woman? I think he asked it, but whatever it was. But then meanwhile, they're just racist slur. It's sick.
Yeah, and it's interesting because I love stories like this because it really shows the media bias, right? If this was just think about this. If these were reversed, right? If it was the ICE officer calling the protesters the N-word, for instance, that would be on all national news. We'd be seeing this every second, right? Oh, this is what happened. This is ICE. They're racist. But now it's flipped where the other side is saying it and you can't see it at all. Matter of fact, they're mad at him because there was, I believe, a transgendered woman. He was like, are you a man? And you see how upset they got. N-word, 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 N-word. So it's wild because they believe they have the moral high ground, I think. And this shows you that they really don't have the moral high ground. It's funny because a lot of times with Black conservatives, they'll say, hey, at the end of the day, you're just another N-word. You may agree with their policy, but you're just another N-word. And as you now see with the left, at the end of the day, if you don't agree with them, guess what? You're just another N-word too. It's just they're saying it and getting away with it, while the other side can say it and not get away with it. I'm for consistency across the board, no matter who says.
Don't use the damn word.
Yeah,
just don't use the word. And I don't care if you're Black, you shouldn't use the word. That's my opinion.
Black,
I know that other people won't agree, and I know in private that's not the case, but I won't even use it in private. I won't use it in any company. I literally will not use that word. Period.
Oh yeah.
And Nate, you can confirm it. Have I? And we've had how many conversations have I ever uttered the word, even in context of saying like a book title or something?
Yes. And it's funny because I'm one of those people who personally believe that there should be no racially censored words in terms of if I'm Black, I can say these words. If you're white, you can say these words. I reject all of that. I think words are words and anybody can say them. We have a freedom of speech here in the United States. But on the other side of this whole mantra, if we accept this division based on race, because that's essentially what it is. If you're this race, you can say these words. I reject that wholeheartedly. But there seems to be a lot of people in America who accept that proposition. And I think that's wrong. You know what I'm saying?